dear beloveds. I hope this finds you well. I'm really excited to have a bit of a chat today about what's going on in the cosmos. So there's some really big things that are starting to happen, and as of July 25, we are heading into Mercury Retrograde. Now, before I lose some of you and you go, what the hell are you talking about? It's just the planets. If we look at everything, that the macrocosm is equal to the microcosm and the microcosm is equal to the macrocosm, it essentially means that everything outside of us affects what's within us, and everything within us has the potential to connect to what's outside of us, or does connect to what's outside of us. So when there is this big shifting of energies going on in the universe, it also has a direct correlation and effect upon us. When we talk about Mercury retrograde, it is the apparent change of movement of the planet through the sky. It isn't literally going backwards. It just appears to, because of the position of the planet and the Earth revolving around the sun. Essentially, it happens when a faster planet catches up to a slower planet and then passes it. This means it gives us the opportunity to return, review, reflect, and rediscover certain aspects within ourselves that we might have been blinded to in the past. It gives us the opportunity to really relax into them. This thereby enables us to move forward in a more direct and incorporated manner. So this nourishing and potent time offers to us the opportunity to experience things a second, or third, or fourth, or maybe many, many more times, because we as humans don't often usually get things the first time. We usually have to go and do it time after time after time before we really wake up to the lessons that are embedded within the experiences and situations we're having. So when we are given this opportunity to go back and see things, potentially there is a completely new insight. There is this new level of awareness that awakens within us, and we can see what we may have never been able to see before. This rewind is inviting us to re-embody and reabsorb an aspect of ourselves that we might have cast aside and left somewhere in the past. It's more like bringing back our fragmented self. And because we are now being given this opportunity to digest it, we can integrate it into our being so that when Mercury goes direct at the end of August, early September, we can move forward from a greater sense of wholesomeness within. During Mercury retrograde, it is possible that we also have those aha moments, where everything that has happened in the past has come full circle and you're standing right back at the beginning and you're seeing the past and you're seeing how you've actually ended up to where you are now. It's almost as if things that have confused you in the past, certain situations or experiences, you understand why they happened. You can see that this happened because of this and this and that, and it's led me to where I am right now. And you're just like, whoa, isn't that amazing? It's so cool. I can understand it all now, and I don't have to get annoyed or frustrated why things weren't working out for me, because now I can see it was part of a grander plan that, of course, when I was in the situations, I just simply could not see. I know that I've been having those experiences recently, so I'm excited to see what else is going to come up in the next 5 or 6 weeks or so. And I hope the same for you. If you can give yourself that opportunity to create some more space, just see what comes up. You might be totally amazed. I just find this time really challenging because we almost feel as if we're moving up against a wall, like we really can't move forward, even though we might try to urge ourselves or to create plans or hustle, as some people really love to do, which I find to be a very frantic moving of energy as opposed to a more solid and fluid movement. When you try to do that, I think you'll find that you'll probably come up against a little bit of a wall, or you might suffer a lot more agitation. So this is also the time that people say that messages get misconstrued. You need to be very, very clear with your words. But the best piece of advice that I can offer you is to be very clear and concise in your approach and also in your communication skills. Mercury is the planet of communication. So this means that it might take a little bit longer for you to respond as opposed to react to text messages, to emails, to anything like that. This is also the time when people can get really, really annoyed and frustrated and pissed off at other people. So just be a bit more considerate of this and know that the majority of what is going on externally is essentially maybe nothing to do with you. It's also the projections that that other person is experiencing. They might be witnessing their own sense of discomfort and agitation arising, and they are then just propelling their insecurities or their indifference or whatever it is that they're dealing with upon you. So you don't have to take that on board. You can just take a step back, and there's a great saying that a friend of mine has, which is keep your side of the street clean. You just look after yourself, and that's the best that you can do. So this is a really amazing time to just be in that void, so to speak, to really embrace that and take the time to see how far you've come. This is exactly the time to be doing it. Instead of continuously looking forward, turn around and look back and go, oh my God, I've come such a long way. Like, this is really the time for reflection. And it means that you are also nourishing yourself for the next step of the journey, because you've been able to see how much you have grown and how much you have assimilated so much of the energies and the wisdom and the knowledge that has been imparted into you. It really is an incredible time to be experiencing all of this. So this is going to go through till about the 19th of August, but Mercury actually, the effects of it are still felt until about the 1st of September, and then we're full on towards the end of the year. Oh, actually that's not true, because there is one more Mercury retrograde which comes up in November for about the same time, for about 6 weeks, which once again gives us those times to reflect. This is also so potent because in our society, in this day and age, we so often don't give ourselves the time to really just rest, to relax, to actually take a breath. So dear beloveds, I hope that you have enjoyed this download. You have a little bit more insight now into what Mercury retrograde is. Nothing to be scared of. It's going to be happening for about the next 6 weeks, so at least you now have this greater sense of awareness about it. I hope that you have a really, really wonderful week, and please give yourself the time to reflect on how far you've come. The energies and the vibrations at the moment are in complete alignment with that, and I think you'll start to find, if you allow that, you are going to feel just so amazing and proud of yourself, because you know what, you deserve it, you are worth it, you have come so far, and you should be just so proud of who you are and where you are and what you are also becoming. So I'm sending you lots of love from beautiful Bali. I'm going to see you again really, really soon.